Hello again, welcome back to this channel, my friends. Perhaps you have seen that I have renamed the channel from Friends of Silence into The Path into Silence. The reason is that the name Friends of Silence is already used in the World Wide Web by another community, and I didn't want to interfere with their activities. So it's still the same here. We are talking about contemplative prayer, and today we want to take step 6 into the topic, which is coming to a place of observing. So last time we discussed that when we sit in contemplative prayer, when we relax our bodies, focus on our breath, and then on the Holy Word, that there will be boats of thought, of emotions passing by on the river of consciousness. And it's very important to, let's say, sit on the edge of the river and not jump onto the boats. That's what we call observing the boats. And the problem is, as soon as we jump onto a boat and explore the load, we will just get swept away. So it's very important to again and again come back to the Holy Word, and that's what we use it for, because we don't have to repeat it as long as we are in this place of silence, of observing. But when, let's say, a big boat comes along and we feel the urge to explore the boat and its load, it's good to come back to the Holy Word. So, even if there is a whole armada of boats on the river, it's about coming back to this word and sitting on the edge of the river, and it will get easier over time when you stick to this practice. So slowly but surely we will develop a kind of double awareness. We are aware of the boats, but at the same time we are aware of the deep peace and stillness deep within the river, so to speak. And that's what observing means. And the deeper we go, the more we will get attracted by this inner silence, by this inner peace, and we will come more and more to an understanding that we are not those boats, but the one who observes the boats. We are consciousness itself. And there is even another layer to it. Just want to mention it because we can even become aware of being aware, which is then another step, but it's too much for now. So when I talk about the attraction of silence, what am I talking about? The more we can disidentify from the thoughts or emotions, and the deeper we go, the more we will be aware of this deep silence and peace, as I have said. So if you have come to that place once, you will just feel the urge to come back again, because it's so peaceful and so full of very vibrant and radiant energy that you have probably just a longing to come back to that place. So if you reach it sooner or later, what will happen? The next thought or the next emotion will arise and will, in a way, try to distract you. And so it's again about coming back to the Holy Word and just sit there and allow things to unfold and to float by without jumping onto them. In this deep inner silence, there can occur a few things like deep insights into problems you were thinking about before the practice, or perhaps the thought that you should better pray for someone who's in a bad mode these days. This is beautiful, but you should not follow this impulse while you are practicing the contemplative prayer, because it's about inner silence and letting God talk to us. And if the topic which arises is really important, then it will be time enough after the practice to come back to that thought and explore it or analyze it or take action if it's needed, but not during contemplative prayer. Because God wants to talk to us. And how can He talk to us when we are busy and exploring things, analyzing, or even talking? That's impossible. And so we really have to commit to this practice for these 25 minutes to come again and again into this place of observing, into this inner place of silence. Just to bring this up, the great contemplative Father Thomas Keating, he uses this beautiful image of a fish deep down in a beautiful pond, swimming around in this beautiful water. And what we call the boats is like a fisherman using his boat and throwing a bait into the water. And it sinks down, and the fish just sees it. And guess what happens? He will, or it will, have the urge to take the bait. And I don't have to tell you what will happen. If it does so, it will be trapped and probably dragged out of the water, and the rest you can imagine yourselves. So it's the same thing about us and the boats on the river. If we jump onto them, we will just get dragged away, and it will be kind of rough to come back again into silence. The next question which may arise is, what will happen in this silence? Will God speak to us? So God will not talk to our ears or emotions or thoughts. That's not what will happen. It's more that He will embrace our innermost being with His presence. It's a whole kind of different language. It's the language of love and pure faith, so to speak. And we have to get used to this new language, and it comes from the other side. We cannot do it, as I have said before. It's a kind of secret blessing to us or our souls, which leads us onto the straightest path towards the divine presence. And it's very beautiful if we experience that. What might be perhaps a bit shocking to us is that the path is not about holy experiences happening to us, like seeing angels or being embraced by divine light or anything like this. It can happen, and it is a gift from the divine to, let's say, encourage us to go deeper into the path, but it is not, let's say, the goal of the whole path, because these beautiful experiences will be taken away from us, and they are not the essence of the whole thing. The essence is deep inner silence and peace. So it's not about sticking to such experiences, but allowing them, even enjoying them. It's okay to enjoy a beautiful experience, but not clinging to them, and letting them go when time is up and come back to silence again. We can't grasp God with our minds. We can't put Him into a box or into any images. We can't even describe Him. We can only get closer to Him by this practice, and let the whole rest to Him alone, and He will decide when and what to give us. It's what the mystics call the cloud of unknowing, and the whole path is about unknowing. We can't know the essence of it, but it's more about forgetting our images, forgetting what we think might be the right thing to experience. In all of that, I will go deeper into it later. So it's beautiful if you have these inner experiences, visions, lights, ecstasy, whatever it is, but it's just the topping on the cake. But the cake itself is the path, pure faith and nothing else. So this is enough for today, I guess. And yes, thank you so much for watching this again. I hope it is helpful. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to this channel. And we will see each other in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.